I've been waiting, I've been hurting, 'cause I've been falling, I need your help.
So eventually I agreed to meet up with this guy, and I'll tell you, I really didn't want to. I was happy with my life, going along content. I've had enough of like relationships and things like that, so I really felt like I didn't want to meet with this guy, but I did anyways. And alhamdulillah, he was very kind, a gentleman, didn't try to, make any moves on me at all. He didn't try to kiss me, didn't try to do anything else. And, this was intriguing to me because this isn't what I was used to at all. So I agreed to meet him a few more times, and I met his family, and they were just the most hospitable people that I've ever met in my life. So this sparked the interest of me to kind of look into what is Islam, what is it all about. And a little backstory about that, I did believe in God, so I was praying to God every single day. I wasn't call myself a Christian though, because I did not believe that you had to pray to Jesus to get to God. And funny, that's what Islam believes, is that you basically worship God alone. And I've actually had, unfortunately, arguments with people close to me about this as well. And in fact, I'll just read a little verse about the Bible actually states, Acts 2:2. Fellow Israelites, listen to this. Jesus of Nazareth was a man accredited by God to you by miracles, wonders, and signs, which God did among you through him, as you yourselves know. So my understanding was that Jesus was able to do all these things because God did it through him. Now, Jesus also prayed to God. So if he was God, why would he be praying to God? Why would God need to die on the cross to forgive us? So I never really got down with the Christian thing, and I'm not bashing Christianity. I know a lot of Christians who are wonderful people too, but I just couldn't believe it myself. So the more I started to learn about Islam on my own, this guy never talked to me about Islam. I really wanted to know, if I was going to continue seeing this guy, what am I getting myself into? And there was this podcast and there's a lot of podcasts that I would listen to, but the one that I loved the most was Mufti Menk. And every time I went to the gym or I had to drive somewhere, I would listen to this guy for hours. And I loved his podcasts. They were just so beautiful. And he talked about how we should be treating our family with kindness and respect, and especially our parents. And I could just feel my heart starting to open. Like, not that I'm a perfect person, or even that I was close to a perfect person at that time, but my heart was starting to open. And I really just thought this is a beautiful religion. This is not what people are saying that it is at all, on the news, or even my family. Unfortunately, they are educated by the news and these biased websites that are just terrible and say awful lies about Islam. And so, I was secretly studying Islam on the down low, and I knew that it was for me. I wanted to become Muslim. And I ordered a prayer mat and some prayer clothes, and I tried to teach myself how to pray, which was, oh my gosh, it was totally a mess. And this went on for a few months, and after a few months, it's haram for Muslims to have relationships outside of marriage. So this guy that I was seeing, he proposed to me, and alhamdulillah, I accepted. Now, he never pressured me to become Muslim at all. But knowing that I wanted to become Muslim, I ended up taking my Shahada at our nikah, and I felt a weight being lifted off of me immediately. You become like a new person, or your soul is renewed when you take the Shahada. So around the same time, they say when you're coming to Islam that shaitan is all around you. Around the same time, before I took my Shahada, I had, different family members were sending me all these horrible videos about Islam, and what I did was I verified what's in the video to the truth. I wanted to know, like, is this actually in the Quran, and what does it mean? And what I found out was that these videos were lies, and you know, I couldn't believe it. So I ended up taking my Shahada when we had our nikah, and I wanted to do it before then, but I was just so scared to go into a mosque by myself. I didn't know what to expect, and I actually got dressed up one time and tried to go into a mosque, but that didn't happen. So I chickened out. But so I didn't start wearing the hijab right away. I didn't tell my parents I was Muslim right away, and you know, my mother kind of figured it out later on, and I can make a whole nother video about that, but she kind of figured it out later on. She was pretty disappointed in me, and you know, I try to teach her or treat her, you know, with kindness and respect, the way that Allah would have us treat our parents. And it is a journey. I'm not perfect in any kind of way. But I know that Islam has taught me to be a better person, and to you know, I have responsibilities towards my family, and I try to fulfill those, and it's very difficult at times, but you know, they have rights over us. So alhamdulillah, I wouldn't trade my life now for anything. I am so blessed, and I am so grateful that I had become Muslim, and my life is wonderful. Any difficulties that I do have, I have peace in my heart now that I didn't have before.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.